Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay.
That's good.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chit Chat with Chip. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you like the content, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, share, like, and everything else. I hope you're all good. I just wanted to give a little update on Locum basically. So I have just started my third Locum assignment today, and yeah, so this is my third one. So I've been locuming, for those who don't know, since August 2020. And in that time, I've had 3 locum posts to include this one. I was bank for a few months, maybe 3 or 4 months in between then. But I've just left my longest locum position so far, which was 8 months and like a few days, which I finished last week. And I've just started my third one. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm hoping that it goes well and that I enjoy it, because you never really know with these things. What I'm going to be doing for this post is COVID testing. And what happened was, the first position that I ever did as a locum, I ended up staying for 6 weeks, was COVID testing. I hated it, but I don't know if it was more to do with the environment as well, but I wasn't enjoying it, so that's why I ended up leaving. And then the last 8 to 9 months, I have been doing just normal back tea, reading cultures, basically just doing microbiology stuff. Yeah, that was good, that was fun. Well, I don't know about fun, but it was good, and I got on with the people that I worked with. I was rotating around the benches, which was really, really good. One thing to keep in mind is that as a locum, and specifically as a locum biomedical scientist in microbiology, you might find yourself reading the same benches over and over again, and you might not be rotating around as much as you would like. So that is something to keep in mind, because it can get very boring very quickly. Because you're a locum, they will just stick you to one thing that is easy for you to train and just get on with. So keep that as a note. Yeah, it was a good environment. Like, the people that were there, I liked working with them. Yeah, I would have stayed if basically my reasoning to leave was because I was driving a lot, mainly going back to where I live normally, like where I'm buying a house, rah rah rah. I was driving a lot, and I don't like driving. Like, I hate driving in the winter. I don't like driving in the dark. So obviously winter is gonna be like, it's basically already started. It's freezing cold outside and it's getting dark now. So that's one thing I didn't want to find myself sort of struggling with, is driving back home. So I decided, let me just find somewhere as soon as possible so that I can settle into the job. And basically this job that I'm going to be doing now is night shifts, 4 nights a week, which, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think it might be difficult to start with, but with anything, you know, just get on with it. So hopefully I enjoy that, I like it, and then it gave me the rest of the week to sort of, you know, do whatever else I want to do, or to chill out as well. So that's what I'm doing right now. But guys, I had a bit of a dilemma yesterday. So I've obviously moved away from where I was living. I'm not close to home. I'm not close to sort of like where my mum lives, etc. So I had to find somewhere to stay. So the first couple of weeks I thought, let me just sort of stay in a hotel just to see how the area is, to find out about the area, get to know the area before I commit to like a long-term sort of commitment, to see if I like the job. So I booked something, I think it was last week or even couple of weeks ago. And anyway, there's me, like yesterday, this was obviously Sunday, I was starting my job on the Monday. I'll be training for a couple of weeks before I go into my night shift. So I started my job on the Monday, which is today. Yesterday, I'm shopping, I'm buying like food that I want to have in my hotel room so I can eat. Why is the accommodation ringing me literally an hour before check-in to say, just to let you know, your accommodation has been cancelled because of maintenance, rah, rah, rah. Did somebody not contact you? I was like, does it sound like someone has contacted me? I literally went into a bit of a mini panic, because I was literally about to leave, and then they're telling me that I don't have accommodation. Bearing in mind, I don't know this place that well, never actually been here. Like, if I'm gonna book on the same day, it's gonna be mega expensive. So anyway, Steve was like, oh, just contact booking.com, which is who I booked the accommodation through, just to basically contact customer service to be like, what the hell do I do? That went on for like the whole afternoon, and they tried to find alternatives for me. One of them was a little bit further out than I wanted to be traveling, because I was like, I don't know the area, I don't know what the traffic's gonna be like, so I don't really want that one. The previous accommodation that I had booked was like in a little like hotel pub thing, and it was shared bathroom. Guys, I have ended up in this suite. Suite, but basically it's a nice king size bed with my own little ensuite shower. Oh, literally, God works in mysterious ways, guys. They basically said you can book this hotel, which was a few £100 more than I wanted to pay and I was ever going to pay, they said you can book it and then we'll refund the difference of whatever you were going to pay for your accommodation, which is so good because yeah, I'm basically spending the same amount of money in a really nice room to the room that I was going to have for the same price, and it's literally worked out so well. It's been good, so I'm really happy with that. But anyway, what tips can I give in terms of like moving jobs and starting a new assignment? So I think the first thing that I would say obviously is if you've enjoyed your job, you've got on with the people that you've been working with in your previous job, don't burn any bridges, leave on a good note, because if they ever need you back in the future, most likely they will have you back. Obviously they still have to give references, so obviously they'll write a good reference, if not a very good reference, because I don't know if they're allowed to give bad references, but I'm sure if things weren't great they will have to specify that, because they can't just be like, oh yeah, this person's amazing, when actually it was a bit. So yeah, just work well with people, don't burn your bridges. The next one I would say is obviously for your new job, be on time, do a little bit of, well, I don't know if you need to do that much research, but it can't harm you to find out about the hospital, to find out about the trust, to find out what's going on in the area or to do with the hospital, and just to, yeah, obviously go in there with a positive mindset, go in there with a good attitude, obviously look presentable on your first day because first impressions count. And like, if you're going to drive to this place, make sure you do a little bit of research on how to get there beforehand. Make sure you know where you're going to park, make sure you know how to enter. That's one thing I didn't know. I was walking around the pathology building not knowing where I was going. I was nearly late, but luckily I wasn't, and luckily as well this hotel is very close to the hospital, so I managed to be on time-ish. And then another thing is, don't worry too much because things will always work out, but obviously be prepared, and yeah, just go in with a positive mindset. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna be in this hotel for another few days, and then I'll be heading back home on the weekend to come back again next week for another week's training before I start my night shifts. I'm still in the process of figuring out where I'm gonna stay next week, but yeah, that is all for now. I'll keep you guys updated on this locum journey, and yeah, at the moment still enjoying locum and it's still going well, so I'm happy about that. But guys, until my next one, see you later. Thanks for watching. Basically, the point of this video was just to show the fact that with locum you do have to be very flexible. I've just come from Wales and I'm in somewhere completely different again. I'm in like the outskirts of London because I'm quite open to finding these jobs, because at the moment I am aiming for the higher paying jobs just because that's what I need right now. This video is just to show that if you are flexible, then it can obviously benefit you, it can work out for you, because you can, like I said, be going for the jobs that offer higher rates. But I know that it can be difficult if you are in a relationship, if you have got children, if you have got people that you're caring for, or if you just don't want to travel like that far or go completely outside of where you are comfortable with. It can be quite difficult. But if you're somebody that is willing to travel to go to these places, then you're in a good position to find a lot of jobs, to be fair, because there is a lot of locum jobs around basically all over the country, obviously including Scotland and Wales and Ireland as well. There are so many positions that you can go for if you are willing to do those jobs. But yeah, it's not limited to just one area. Yeah, that's it.